know that. So we're very thankful for the firefighters because, the Republicans, they care about public safety. So they're willing to have the meetings with the firefighters when the firefighters want something. And then the teachers were also there last night. So essentially, any sort of unionizing job, like, in the public, those collective groups were there representing.
So give me a little bit more background here, because like some of our listeners, maybe they might never have heard of like collective bargaining,
Yeah.
or like what the law that was passed in 2021 is.
Sure.
And then also, just generally what we're fighting for, because we're talking about unions. We're
Yes.
talking about
We're
like
essentially
public unions,
talking
right?
about unions. Yes. Collective bargaining is different. It's a little bit different, and I'm not an expert on the subject by any means. So there is a difference between collective bargaining and union. Collective bargaining is your public service, I guess your for your public sector workers. There's no striking allowed in Virginia, so they can't go on strike. That's not something that is allowed in the contract. But essentially, public workers band together and they form a union. And they have a representative that meets with the city manager or the whoever they need to work with, whatever locality you live in, because I know we have listeners everywhere, and they pass a contract, an agreement. And collective bargaining is used not just for wages. Everybody immediately goes to like wages, but it's for benefits, it's for safety. The firefighters bring up their equipment. One of the most powerful statements I heard from Max Ganano, who is the president of the firefighters union here in Virginia Beach, their professional organization. He said the fire trucks that we drive, the masks that we wear, the protective gear that we wear, literally everything that the fire department and policing probably use are made by people who are in unions. The people making the equipment to keep them safe are protected better for their employment than our own firefighters working for the city. And so, collective bargaining opens up that avenue for discussion and allowance, and also, it we all know human behavior is a problem
Well, yeah,
in management.
That's a big part of it. It creates a structure for representation. It creates a structure for consistency, and not just consistency in expectations, but consistency in consequences across the board.